including mint thyme and penny roll. The modern day version available in British market.
They look so sad.
Okay.
It's scary.
It's pie.
Huh? Why?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is your favorite couple from the Midwest. I move my hands, it's what I do.
You're so exuberant, oh my gosh.
Yes, I know we are your favorite couple. I don't care what anyone says. We are. That's what
you wouldn't be watching us otherwise.
It's what I believe. It's what we believe. So you know what? Deal with it. Today we're going to be checking out British foods that seem weird to Americans. To be fair, most of your guys' food seems kind of weird to me. That's just because I don't know about it. Everything we've tried though, I have thoroughly enjoyed. Speaking of that, we just got done doing our beans on toast video.
Looking forward to that.
I don't know if it'll be out before this or after this video comes out. Either way, make sure to check it out when it does come out.
Oh, also, don't forget to do all the YouTube stuff. You know what to do. And if not, follow the directions.
One thing that someone mentioned to me randomly was, I don't know if this is true or not, but British people are not known for their food. I feel like that's a slight insult.
I might have accidentally said that.
No, it wasn't you. It was someone else.
Something I've heard in the past.
But to be fair, again, like everything that you guys have sent us and we've tried, I have enjoyed.
Yes.
So I don't know what people are talking about. We're gonna
I
check
think
out.
it's one of those stereotypes you hear that British food is not necessarily the best.
I mean,
put it that way.
I'd say maybe it's not like pushed out as much as like Mexican food or
for us,
French
Mexican
or
food
Greek.
is like a huge thing here.
No, I know, but if you think about like you don't go to most restaurants, they don't have like a British section.
Oh,
like we have,
true.
like we have Thai, Chinese,
yeah,
Japanese.
I can't think of any British fast food chains.
Yeah, not over here anyway. There are some places like bars and stuff you can go and get some fish and chips, but that's like the most common British food that we have. I don't know why it is. I really do find your guys' food delicious so far. Now, I will say, one of my really old videos, it came across at haggis. I still maintain that stuff looks disgusting.
I'm sure it'll be in this video as well.
Maybe, we'll see. Anyway, guys, we're going to be checking out British foods that seem weird to Americans. It's from the channel Top 10s, which is our beloved YouTube's one and only Simon Wessler. Let's get right in this video and then check it out.
Also got a nice cup of tea.
Since 1942 or thereabouts, the quip, the United States and Great Britain are two countries separated by a common language, has been attributed to George Bernard Shaw, though it does not appear in any of his known writings. Another from Oscar Wilde's The Canterville Ghost claims, "We have really everything in common with America nowadays, except, of course, language." Both gentlemen overlooked another distinct gap between Americans and their British cousins, and that gap is cuisine. Some foods, both popular and common in the United Kingdom, are viewed with dismay in America. In fairness, some of the foods are merely hung with monikers which render them strange to American ears, and thus are absent from American plates. Others, however, are considered less palatable due to the ingredients used.
We both just kind of like...
I know, I was like, what is that? I can see like steak and broccoli, maybe?
There's like steak, broccoli, some taters...
And half a croissant, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know what this thing is over here. Interesting. I was like, we both just want like...
Huh?
From American plates. Others, however, are considered less palatable due to the ingredients used. Most meat-eating Americans share with the British a love of roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, similar to popovers. The same Americans view other popular British foods and dishes with rolled eyes and wrinkled noses, astonished that anyone would consider eating such concoctions. In the video today, 10 popular British foods considered weird by Americans. Number 10. Spotted dick.
Okay. Right off the bat, it's just the name. It's probably why we don't eat it.
I've heard of it, but I have no idea what it is.
Well, it says sponge pudding.
Now I know.
Yeah, guys, you guys, you just gotta change the name. I'm sorry.
I think they do that on purpose.
This has nothing to do with like American English versus English, whatever. It's just an awful name for a food.
Or it makes you want to buy it more. Depends on the person.
Number 10. Spotted dick. The obvious double entendre of its name raises American eyebrows, and a secondary name for the dessert, spotted dog, does little to whet the appetite as well. The references to both dick and dog are from early dialects in Britain and refer to pudding. The dessert is not a pudding in the American sense, but rather a cake, one made with plums, but more commonly found today with dried raisins, currants, or other fruit. The fruit accounted for the spots of its name.
So that's like in custard as well.
Apparently.
Yeah, so I think that's how you do it. I think it is supposed to go in the custard.
I don't know if I could eat... I mean, I'm sure I could eat it. I just don't know if I would trust it from a can.
Oh.
It showed a can. There's a can of cake. It seems weird to eat can from a cake.
Cake from a can? I don't know. I mean, it looks like it just has raisins. Raisins aren't too bad, but it's kind of odd.
I think he mentioned dates, but either way, I mean, I'm sure it's not that bad. It probably tastes pretty good, but it looks weird.
Found today with dried raisins, currants, or other fruit. The fruit accounted for the spots of its name, the cake for the pudding, or dick. Traditionally, the fat used to make spotted dick came from suet, the hard fat surrounding the kidneys from beef or mature sheep. Recipes for the dessert have been traced to the mid-19th century in British cookbooks and guides for housewives, though it never appeared to have achieved popularity in the United States. Though modern recipes often substitute other fats for the suet, such as butter, traditional recipes for the dish can be found online. By the way, in recognition of the somewhat bawdy interpretation of its name, in 2009, Flintshire County Council in Wales renamed the dish Spotted Richard. Number 9. Black pudding. Black pudding appears to the eye as a type of sausage traditionally made from the blood of slaughtered animals. The blood from beef, pork, and sheep is mixed with ground fat or suet and cereals such as oatmeal or groats. Herbs and spices were added, including mint, thyme, and pennyroyal. The modern-day version available in British markets is made entirely from pork blood, and usually the cereal used is oats or barley. Records of sausages called black pudding state.
What is getting me is it's coming off as like a breakfast thing. They're mixing like oats.
What?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. You're just freaking out about.
I just keep hearing the word blood, made from blood. I'm like,
no, it's made from blood.
You're not supposed to eat that. I don't think.
But no, that's not what's getting me. What's getting me is the fact that they're like mixing it with like oatmeal.
Blood, and usually the cereal used is oats or barley. Records of sausages called black puddings date to the mid-15th century, and there is evidence of a similar dish made in an earthenware pot rather than a sausage casing preceding them. The sausages in Britain's stores and shops are pre-cooked and popular eaten cold, grilled, fried, boiled, or baked. Often it is sliced, fried, and served for breakfast, though it is also served whole as part of a meal, particularly in the Black Country, the Midlands, and in Scotland and Ireland. Similar sausages are also popular in Australia. They are also sometimes used to make Scotch eggs. For those objecting to blood sausage, British shops offer white pudding, a similar sausage made without using the processed blood of slaughtered hogs. Number 8.
It looks disgusting. It sounds disgusting. Is it disgusting?
How many people actually like it, or is it one of those things with like acquired taste?
I think you kind of went into like some of the weirdest ones though, because like I said, like I've enjoyed what I've tried.
That's the point of the video.
But it's like this stuff looks gross.
Yeah.
Jellied eels. Eels long served as a staple in the British diet, particularly in London, where the Thames teemed with them. In the early 18th century, anyone could fish for eels in the Thames, provided they had a net with which to catch them. Other British streams produced eels as well. Shops featuring eel pies and mash appeared in the 1700s, and another dish made from the fish, jellied eels, soon followed. They remained popular through the 20th century, though in recent years, jellied eels have acquired the panache of a delicacy rather than a popular cheap food for the urban poor. Jellied eels are made by chopping the cleaned fish into pieces, rounds, which are boiled in water, flavored with vinegar, nutmeg, and lemon juice. The eels release gelatin into the water during the boiling. The eel is then cooled in the water, which solidifies into jelly, and the entire gelatinous goo is packaged for consumption. Today, there are fewer eel houses in London, and jellied eel fans find their delicacy in supermarkets and delicatessens, or they can resort to making their own. Number 7.
It looked like it was missing a few steps in the cooking process. Like, it just didn't look right.
7. Periwinkles. Periwinkles have long been popular in the United Kingdom, especially so along the coasts and in seaside towns. They are small shellfish similar to snails, which the French across the Channel eat with Gaelic aplomb. The British call periwinkles simply winkles, and though they are somewhat challenging to eat since they must be extracted from the shell, they remain a widely ingested food item in the United Kingdom. In British coastal shops, they're served in paper bags with a pin with which to extract the little beast from the shell that's attached to it. To be fair, they are also popular in New England and in the American Northwest. It is widely believed, though unproven, that periwinkles came to America by being attached to the rock ballast once carried in sailing ships. Number 6.
Yeah, again, not a huge seafood person, especially when it comes to snails. Snails look disgusting. I know they're semi-popular. That's one thing, though. Yeah, I definitely like when we went to Boston, they had a ton of seafood. Because it's just right there.
The ocean, where us in the Midwest are very far from the ocean, so seafood is kind of more not popular.
No, I know. I was just saying like that difference. Like if you're like so close to the ocean, like someone like in England,
yeah, you're gonna eat anything and everything you find.
Well, it's just like it's right there and it's fresh. So for us, it would be not fresh and extremely expensive.
You got
a little fun.
You got a weird lumpy thing on your head.
It's called a brain.
Oh, okay.
Stargazy pie. Sardines and pilchards are interchangeable names for a
Yeah, I actually
variety
do
of
like
small
sardines.
fish of the herring family. Under either name, they are definitely an acquired taste. People generally love them or loathe them for their oily texture, fishy taste, and smell. Fishing for pilchards was once a thriving industry in Cornwall, where for over 130 years the fish were caught with seines packed in hogsheads and exported to Europe. The industry died out in the late 19th century, but
Did I hear that right?
I'm not sure I understood it.
They pack them in hogs' heads
Heads? Is that what he said?
to transport them?
once a thriving industry in Cornwall, where for over 130 years the fish were caught with seines packed in hogsheads and exported to Europe. The industry died out in the late...
No, I think you said they were caught with that. It was like
Yeah.
bait. Okay. I thought you said they transport them in hogsheads, and I'm like...
That doesn't make sense. I'm not really sure.
19th century, but a uniquely Cornish dish, Stargazy pie, survived. It is especially popular in Tom Borcock's Eve, a festival local to Mousehole in Cornwall. Stargazy pie is a pie made with pilchards, other fish,
Actually, that
and
looks pretty
various
good.
ingredients,
Not with the
according to
fish
the whims of
sticking
the baker.
out.
Boiled eggs, potatoes.
Okay.
They look so sad.
Okay.
It's scary.
It's pie. I'm pretty sure that's cilantro sticking out of their mouths.
Probably.
And sardines. I like all that stuff. I mean, it looks a little weird with the heads, but this I could get on board with.
Ugh.
Pie made with pilchards, other fish,
like
and
the design
various
of the
ingredients,
pie.
according to the whims of
Then
the
the heads.
baker. Boiled eggs, potatoes, vegetables, bacon, mutton, and
Oh, yeah.
other foods are often found in the pie. What makes it unique is the heads of the fish that are arranged to protrude through the pastry crust
sounds
as
good.
if they are stargazing. Sometimes the tails are arranged to protrude through the rim of the crust as well.
Nice.
A stargazy pie contains baked sardines, which stare at the diner as he prepares to enjoy his
That's
food.
why it gets
Hard to
the name.
understand why this one never gained popularity in America. Number 5. Marmite. Marmite is a brand name for a food...
Why did that come off so weird? It's like,
You're like growling at it.
Anyway, yeah, so this was on the Twiglets. I hated those. Ugh. And
the Twiglets,
they were on
yeah.
some other things we had. I know this is also like the British Vegemite, or Vegemite's the Australian Marmite. I don't know which one came first. Probably British.
Heard of both though.
But yeah, I think I think I hate it.
Already?
Yeah, just
I
saying.
didn't hate the Twiglets. They were just,
I
they
did.
tasted burnt. So I'm wondering if that's just taste of Marmite.
spread invented as an offshoot of the brewing industry. It is, in essence, concentrated brewer's yeast, high in B vitamins and almost overwhelmingly salty in taste. It is used as a flavoring in many dishes. It is also stirred into boiling water to create a hot beverage. During World War I, it was issued to British troops, where it acquired its most popular use, spread on crackers or toast or any form of bread, sometimes accompanied with
Looks like a
butter.
lot.
During World War II, it was fed to German prisoners of war as a source of vitamins. Marmite developed a solid base of fans who appeared nearly addicted to the staff, and an equally devoted group who find it disgusting. Unilever, which owns the brand, took advantage of the dispute in an advertising campaign in the 1990s, adopting the slogan "Love it or hate it." Number 4, laver bread.
clever.
The first thing to consider about laver bread is that it isn't bread at all, though toasted bread is often served alongside it at the table. Laver bread is traditionally served in Wales. It consists of boiled seaweed, though not just any seaweed. The seaweed is
gonna guess
harvested in
caviar.
the shallow coastal waters of the Irish Sea and is known to the Welsh as slake. The slake is first harvested, then washed repeatedly, then boiled until it assumes the texture of a mushy, somewhat gooey paste. That's when it's ready for eating. It's often eaten as is, with accompaniments such as bread, and it's
Probably
also
healthy.
sometimes rolled in oats and then pan-fried to be eaten at breakfast. At other meals, it is eaten as a cold salad or heated as a side dish. The Welsh also enjoy laver bread.
Is it weird that I find that probably the least disgusting of it all?
I mean, it doesn't look disgusting, but for me, I hate slimy vegetables, like canned spinach. I'd rather just have like a spinach salad or something.
Yeah.
Canned spinach is disgusting. I feel like it'd be the same with that. Like, I like seaweed.
Yeah, but on top of something garnished in something.
Yeah, but he said some people eat it plain.
Um,
Just like as a, like, no.
I don't know, plain with some crackers. That might actually be good.
no.
Oh,
But it probably is really healthy. But it's just like, just give it to me like fresh or dried or whatever. Like,
again, another seafood type thing. You guys have a lot of those. Strange.
well, because they're so close to the ocean all around.
They are in the ocean.
At other meals, it is eaten as a cold salad or heated as a side dish. The Welsh also enjoy laver bread as the main course, sometimes supplemented with boiled
I think it
bacon.
doesn't look bad in
Yep.
that.
boiled bacon. The actor and famed diamond purchaser Richard Burton extolled the virtues of laver bread when he referred to it in an interview as the Welshman's caviar. Number 3. Haggis. Scotland is credited, perhaps blamed is a better word, for giving the world haggis, though dishes prepared with similar ingredients in the same manner appear throughout the world. Cooking of the offal of an animal using its stomach as the cooking vessel was a common means of eating during a hunt. The Scots version consisted of chopping up the heart, lungs, and liver of a sheep known as the plack. It is then combined with onions, suet, oats, and whatever spices are available, placed in the sheep's stomach and boiled. Supermarkets in Scotland offer prepared haggis, often in artificial casings rather than a sheep's stomach. It is popular in pubs, fast food restaurants, and even in Indian restaurants throughout Scotland. Technically, haggis is illegal in the United States due to its containing lung, and importing haggis is not allowed. Some American companies make their own versions which do not contain lung and which are always offered in artificial casings. They can be boiled, baked, or fried. A large supply of another product of Scotland, Scotch whisky, may be of use when contemplating the consumption of this one. Number 2. Scotch eggs.
So yeah, I still don't like it. I don't like the look of it. I don't like anything about it. I know I might get some hate for that, but I did not know that it was actually banned over here.
Yeah.
I knew the little Kinder Egg things were, but I had no idea about the haggis.
Yeah,
the
that's
haggis.
interesting. The haggis.
May be of use when contemplating the consumption of this one. Number 2. Scotch eggs. Fortnum & Mason, a London department store, has long claimed to have invented the Scotch egg in 1738. They were simple enough, hard or soft-boiled eggs wrapped in ground meat or sausage, then quickly fried. They were intended to provide a quick meal or snack for travellers or working men, though few of the latter could afford the upscale prices offered by the store. The store included the eggs in some of the various hampers they sold containing several prepared foods. They were quickly popular and have remained so ever since. What makes them slightly weird to the eye is the unlimited variety of the sausage in which the eggs were wrapped. Scotch eggs can be made using black pudding, haggis, and other sausages and puddings. Sometimes pickled eggs are substituted, as in the Worcester version, in which an egg pickled in Worcestershire sauce is wrapped in white pudding. The Manchester version uses a more traditionally pickled egg and wraps it in black pudding. How the snack came to be known as the Scotch egg, since it was supposedly invented in a London store, has been the subject of debate ever since they first appeared, with little progress being made towards a satisfactory answer. Number 1. Bubble and squeak. There is really very little weird about bubble and squeak other than its name, the source of which remains in dispute. The oldest known recipe for the dish appeared in 1806. In the late 19th century, it became a popular means of using the leftovers from a roast dinner and thus is comprised of potatoes and cabbage, though other vegetables, including onions, carrots, and even peas, are often added. They are fried together until browned to a crust, often served as a side dish for breakfast or brunch. The Scottish version has an even stranger name, Rumple-to-Thumps, while the Irish version is called Colcanon. There is a reference to a dish of beef and cabbage fried together called Bubble and Squeak in the Classical Dictionary of the Vulgar Tongue, 1785 edition. The book, which was a collection of slang terms, is the earliest known mention of the name. Bubble and Squeak is probably the strangest name on this list for food, though it's also probably the least weird of the dishes here, but it's all a matter of taste, really.
Sounds like they just took a bunch of stuff and threw it together.
This one was, he said it was
I know.
leftovers from a
They
roast.
just fried it, you fry anything and it turns out good. That didn't look too bad though.
Probably look-wise, the bubble and squeak. Right? Bubble and squeak?
I think
you just
so.
saw it.
Yeah.
Looked the most appealing.
The egg ones weren't too bad.
The sardine one I'd be okay with. I'd probably with
too weird.
The seaweed I would probably be okay with. Again, I wouldn't probably like it, but the seaweed's whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I like dried seaweed.
I'm trying to think what else on that list that I would have enjoyed probably. Oh, the little egg things.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
It's about half.
Probably less than half for me. But I'm not a big fan of seafood.
And that's probably just too, like, we just don't really eat it and we're not used to it, so.
Yeah, that could be part of it.
If you, like, grew up with it, I'm sure it would just be, like, delicious.
It's just part of your everyday thing. Bubble and squeak and... I don't even remember the name of this. Hot eels.
Pickled eels.
Pickled eels.
Yeah, pickled eels.
Gelled eels.
Gel, that's what it was.
Gelled eels.
Yep.
That was weird.
That is the video. Let us know down below what you thought of it. And also let us know...
if you've tried any of these. Also let us know if he left off some weird British food. Because there could be some that you guys know of that is very weird to us that he left out. So, comment.
Or some fun words for very common foods like spotted dick.
Yes, or some more interesting named ones.
Anyway, guys, that is it. Please be safe. Take care. Look after one another. As always, you can hit me up on my socials, and you can also do recommendations there for future videos. We will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.
Cheers.
See your s'more.